Yo, make sure you got your paperwork straight. I got Mickey the Truth.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth. South Carolina, 803 to be exact. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another video. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me. So
the loudest is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
All they mentioned was it was gonna be a non-negotiated plea. That was all. That's as far as they got. Thugs start looking. Matter of fact, let me rewind it for y'all. You know, thugs start looking a little crazy in the face. That was that. I gotta go check on my food, y'all. All right, it was real quick, so I'm gonna go.
Court for the county now session. Honorable Judge Page Reese Whitaker presiding. Court come to order.
Good afternoon, everybody can be seated. All right, it is my understanding that the state and Mr. Williams were very close to a negotiated agreement, but have reached an impasse, and that it is Mr. Williams' desire to enter a non-negotiated plea. Is that correct? Am I misinformed?
Moment, please.
All right.
All right, so pretty much that's where court stopped at. So non-negotiated plea is basically where, so basically you leave it up to the judge in all actuality, right? The best way I can describe it is like you don't want to really admit guilt, and maybe like the state ain't moving on dropping certain charges, so you kind of leave it up to the discretion of the judge, right? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You may like he may be like, okay, I'm like, for example, he may be like, yeah, I'm guilty of having a gun, right? However, you know, we can't agree with the state on like a sentence or something, so they enter a non-negotiated plea. But with that, right, it can backfire on you too, because you can get hit with a long time, and you can get hit, you know, with a great deal. You just don't know. It's up in the air. You know, negotiating, you pretty much know what you're going into. But yeah, that's a big risk for him though. I don't know, you know, really, I don't know how can I say it? I don't really know what he's facing altogether with all his charges, because he has multiple gun charges, drug charges, and of course the RICO. The RICO by itself is what, 5 to 15 years or something like that. But this judge is like, you can't really read her to know what she'll push on him. But yeah, ultimately it'll be up to the judge to decide what his sentence will be. That's something. That's something. I don't even know. I'm shocked that he's gonna take a non-negotiated plea, but you know, you think they're gonna give him 20 years probation? Judge Whitaker don't seem like the type to push that. Like, I'm gonna be honest. To me, that's why I said, like, as far as my little 2 cents on it, I don't see her being. Let me cut the sound on so I can know when they get back. I wouldn't want to take my risk with her. I'll probably take my risk with the jury before that judge. That judge is hard to understand. She already be talking like she pushing for the state. So, you know, I don't know. What's up, Tabitha? Mickey, he looks so nervous and unsure what to do. Yeah, because this is a big risk. Like, normally if you have a judge that has kind of been leaning towards favoring, you know, the defense, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe you'll have a better chance, maybe like based on her record, if she showed that she normally, you know what I'm saying, will go light on offenders that's non-felons and stuff like that. Like that'd be one thing, but her, it's kind of up. I ain't never really looked into her just by just how she been presiding over this trial. I don't know if I will be willing to take a chance on her giving me my sentence. That's just me though. And it seemed like Thug kind of like, I don't know either, but we'll see in a few minutes. What's up, John? John said what they offer yet, Gotti. They haven't got into like what's the details of the offers. All we do know, Yak Gotti and Shannon Stillwell has rejected all offers presented to them by the state. So they will continue with trial. Okay. We do know that for a fact at this point. Yak Gotti, Shannon Stillwell will not be taking a plea at this time. Young Thug is the only one up for a possible plea, and at this time it's going to be a non-negotiated plea on the table, meaning the judge will impose the sentence because the defense and the state could not agree upon a agreeable sentence. All right, y'all, hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to check on my food. I wasn't supposed to be live right now. Getting ready for the kids' Halloween party, so I was trying to do all that. But when I saw that Thug was going to possibly take a plea, I said, let me jump on live so that we can watch this together. But he definitely seemed hesitant. Like I said, I don't know, man. Judge Whitaker is a hard one to figure out. I don't know about that one. But I will say this, okay? I will say this. This does give the opportunity for both sides to like kind of have a last hurrah with the judge, like, judge, we got this, we would have been able to present this, that, to try to kind of persuade her to, I guess, more leaning towards what they would want as far as a sentence. But again, Judge Whitaker is I don't know, man. You know, but we'll see how it plays out. I don't know about that one. I don't know. She just too unpredictable for me. Too unpredictable. I don't even know if it was Glanville, if I would have took the chance. But for sure now Whitaker. But we'll see what happens. So depending on what happens, if they come back and decide to do the non-negotiated plea that's on the table, it's gonna be some good shit going down this afternoon, because you're gonna see both sides fight to the death as far as presenting their last hurrah to the judge, and then we'll see the judge make a decision. If he decides not to do the plea, a non-negotiated plea, then ultimately he'll just move on with trial with Yak Gotti and Shannon Stillwell. I have seen a non-negotiated plea play out once before in a state case, and it's definitely some good lawyering for sure. Because you really want to please your side. So again, I feel like if they go for it, it's definitely gonna be some good shit. Personally, you know, if I was a defense, I would want Love to argue because the judge be kind of irritated with Love just a little bit. But from the state, I don't think they're gonna put Love up. They're gonna either put Hilton up or one of the guys. I'll be surprised if they put Love up, to be honest, to do it. But to see Love and still go at it one last time, I mean, as far as like just, entertainment side, that would be a good showdown to see Love and still go at it one last time. But as far as like, if I was actually part of the case on the prosecution, I wouldn't want to take the gamble with Love just because of past banter from the judge on her behalf. Hilton, she done got kind of reprimanded a little bit from the judge, but not as much as Love. So I would probably take a vote on Hilton. The males, I'm gonna be honest. Other than I can't even remember the lawyer name for the state. The black guy, I wouldn't choose him. He's not a strong enough arguer. Is it Atkins? I wouldn't pick Atkins. He's a good, like, he can make a point, but I don't feel like he could really push the line to make an argument, right? Because he'll shut down a little quick. He'll be like, I'll look into it, you know what I'm saying? You need your best person. And to be honest, now that I think about it, Love probably would be the best person for the state, just from an argument standpoint, because that she'll get in the paint. I don't know. I think maybe now that talk it out, Love might be the best prosecutor to argue this if they decide to go with a non-negotiated plea. Love might be their best bet is to get in there, especially against Steele, because I think I was leaning towards Hilton at first, or the other guy. What was his name? Damn, not Atkins, not Brown. It's another guy on the state that popped in like last week or something. He did pretty good with his argument. But if he's not available, I was gonna say I think Love might be the one. Love might be the prosecutor they had to put up there to argue this. If they do the non-negotiated plea. At the same time, if it's not Love, I guess Hilton would be it. As long as Love don't pass her notes and shit. Cause you're gonna need somebody that's gonna be able to think on their feet. You're gonna need somebody that's gonna be able to say something and mean it, to show that they're confident in their answer. So you need a confident lawyer. And despite Love being wrong a lot, she be confident in what she say. Like if you ain't really know to catch on, you wouldn't think Love ain't knew what she was talking about at a certain point. So Love might be the way to go. Let me check Twitter and see what they talking about. But yeah, Love might be the way to go. I mean, I hate to say it because y'all know I don't really care for Love, you know what I'm saying, as far as on this trial, but I got to give her credit. She might be the lawyer to go. She might be the lawyer to go. But again, my biggest thing with a non-negotiated plea, especially for Young Thug, is Whitaker she like, I can't even, like, she really like split in the middle. Like you really can't say which way she'll go. And he's basically putting himself at her feet, like for real. So basically she will be the jury for him. Like whatever she decides will be what it is. Oh, this is so, I can only imagine. I know his heart probably racing, his family heart probably racing. Hell, his co-defendant's heart's probably racing. I mean, I don't know at this point until we know the particulars of the plea, the non-negotiated plea, if it does anything on behalf of the other co-defendants. But at the end of the day, and I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying, oh, that's gonna be hard for the other ones. Like at the end of the day, even though they're all on trial together, every man's for themselves. Like on some real shit. Like no matter who it is, every man is for themselves. Like y'all may be on a case together, but if you work out a deal that's beneficial to you, you can't hold out because of the next man. And Thug is no different. Even though according to the state, he's the leader of this gang, you know what I'm saying? He still think about himself. Like he can't think about everybody else at this point. Hold on, y'all. Blacklight said he'll be dumb to take a plea because the feds are waiting to indict him on gun charge when this is over. So ain't suspended time he gonna end up doing. Why would they be waiting to indict him on gun charge? Thug wasn't even a felon before he caught that case, so why would they be waiting to indict him on a gun charge? I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that. Now, at first, I thought you was gonna come with like the feds was gonna probably come get him on like a RICO or something. But why would they be waiting to get him on a gun charge when he wasn't a felon? That would be crazy. That would be a waste of resources for the feds. He's not a convicted felon when he caught that case. Like what he's being charged with on this, he is not, as of right now, he's not a felon. So why would the feds be waiting to pick him up on that? I don't agree with that. But you know, like I said, we can agree to disagree on that. But yeah, that just don't make sense. I have as many cases I have looked at for content or just like in my leisure or even work with in my professional capacity. I've never seen a case, not saying it's not one. I've never seen a case that had a non-felon, right, get picked up by the feds for their first gun case, just a regular possession case. Yeah, I never seen that. Now, if you know one that you can like put in a chat for us to look at, I'll be intrigued. You know what I'm saying, to do that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I don't know where you get that from. Nobody can hold it down in the battle with YSL Steel Dream Match. Fanny versus YSL Steel Courtroom Game Banging. I really don't think at this point, I don't think Fanny will come in there to argue. I mean, it's a chance. I would think she wouldn't, just because election day is still a couple days away. You know what I'm saying? And if she go in there and get belt to ass, I don't know if that's gonna roll over with some of her voters, or that may not look well. So I don't know. But that would be a good match, because I have heard that Fanny, however you say it, is a heavy hitter in the courtroom. So that'll be interesting. But if not, Love, I mean, Blue, you're gonna have to give it to Love. Love's gonna be the best option to put up there to argue for the state on a non-negotiated plea. Black Light said, yeah, they're going to end up slamming him, so a plea is kind of sketchy for him to say. I mean, regardless, let's really talk about it. Even if, okay, so let's say you're right. Let's say the feds is still planning on fucking with Thug. Whether he take a plea or not, that's not gonna stop the feds from doing what they're gonna do. Like, I know a Fulton County case actually where the guy got hemmed up on the state case and the fed case at the same time. So I mean, it's not gonna stop. Matter of fact, it was Young Thug's brother-in-law that got hemmed up like that. So is at no means or no matter, like, regardless what he does on this case, if the feds want him, they'll come get him and they'll run the time concurrent. So, like I said, I don't know if y'all really be thinking the whole situation through. If the feds want you, whether you have a state case, whether you got time for a state case, didn't get time, they'll come get it. So, regardless of what he's doing in this case, has no bearing on if the feds want him. All I'm saying is the feds coming to get a non-felon for a gun charge is wild. Like, I haven't seen a case like that. Now, like I said, I definitely seen a case where the state and the feds got a person at the same time and they ran the sentencing concurrent. I have seen that. But to say they coming to get him for some guns, hell no. As a first time, like, he's not even a freaking felon. Like, as of right now, he's not even a felon. Like, why would the feds gonna get him on a gun charge? You know? No, because he will get a violation. So any suspended time he gets in this plea, he'll have to end up doing. No, he won't get a violation. If the feds come get you right on something for prior to your sentence, why would they violate you for that? Where are you getting that from, Black Light? Like, why would they violate you for something? They can only violate you for something that happened after your case. So, like, for example, if he pled out today and then turn around and got a new gun case, say, next month, that will be a violation. They can't violate you for some shit that was already taking place before you even got the Fed charge. That's what the hell? I'm gonna need for you to look into that just a little bit more, because that's not how that works. They can't violate you for past events prior to you even catching the case. What it do, Abram? What up, Mickey? Who you think pleading today? Well, there's only one possibility, and that's Young Thug. Yak Gotti's lawyer has confirmed they're not taking no pleas. Shannon Stillwell team has confirmed not taking no pleas. The only thing up for debate is if Young Thug is going to take a non-negotiated plea. So that's what we're waiting to find out for. And right now, we're just doing some friendly banter as far as what we think Thug should do. Like I said, with any plea, you know what I'm saying? We got some movement. Is something about to happen? With any plea, you got to do what's best for you. You can't think about no co-defendants, none of that. Like I said, the ones that have pleaded out this week did what's best for them and doesn't hurt the other defendants because they don't have to testify. Hell, they didn't have to agree to like YSL being a gang or nothing like that. So, excuse me. So, it just depends. Every plea ain't bad off like the ones in the beginning that had to testify, and that was because they wanted to get straight out. Why not just play the trial through? I mean, you got, like, for example, I didn't even know Huey was facing 3 life sentences plus 100 years. I mean, at some point, especially if like for example, Thug ain't charged with no murder or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But he, he got charged with a gun and shit like that. So if you facing say 25 years and you want to take your chance on 10, shit, take your chance on 10. Like the hell, like it's about overall what you're facing. It's not about just see it through. Cause hell, if Huey would have went through it, he could have been in there forever, ever, plus more years. You know what I'm saying? Thug can't take any plea. He has to ride this out. Now, how you gonna say Thug can't take no plea? Like I said, my thing is this: if Thug can take a plea, where it'll be beneficial to him, where he won't be stuck in prison for 20, 30, 40 years, then hell, he should take the plea. He should take whatever's beneficial to him, just like everybody else. See, a lot of the pleas I disagree with throughout this trial is the ones that it didn't make sense, because you know damn well you're gonna fuck up on a 40-year probation. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that. But if you can make it work, and make, like I said, Huey got a great deal. The other Quay, great deal. Nichols, great deal. Even Ryan got a great deal because hell, he's possibly about to get his sentence overturned, so he don't have to worry about this hanging over his head. So I ain't gonna say Thug shouldn't take no deal. I just say as long as it's beneficial to him, where he can get out and get back to his money. You know what I'm saying? And get back to doing what he got to do. That's all I'm saying. If they all take pleas, will Mook get let free since it's on paper, didn't go to trial, and he got time for lying on stand? Hell nah. They done. Just like Young Thug brother. That's done deal. Ain't no going free. Mook to beat out when he's done with his 5 years or however much time he got left on that. 3 life sentences plus 100. Damn, what the fuck you do? I heard a lot of robberies and all types of shit. You gotta listen back to it. He had like 19 charges. When the judge said that's 3 life sentence plus 100, I said, shit, hell yeah, I would have took that plea. The hell, and listen, hell no. Nah. But yeah, so like I said, with pleas, it's just, everybody is just looking at it like he's winning, and he may be winning, but where the jury, y'all, I told y'all a while ago, y'all want to know how a jury room could look in the comments on YouTube, look in the comments on social media. Like, just look in the comments. These are your jurors that you see commenting on these videos and shit. Would you take your chance? Like, if you had an opportunity to avoid going through that, would you take your chance on the viewers in the comment section voting on your life? Like, come on. Now, sometimes it's more beneficial to go that route. But if you got a way to avoid that, come on. Because you can try to read a jury, but you really don't know. And they done been sitting this long. Shit, some of them people probably like, man, fuck that shit. Somebody going to do that. That's it.
All right. Mr. Steele, Mr. Adams, Mr. Williams, where are we? Ready to go forward? All right. Y'all coming up here.
All right, y'all. It's game time. It's game time. Oh, shit. This shit got my heart racing.
All right, Mr. Williams, is there anything that you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. I take full responsibility for, my crimes or my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, my managers, my kids that's not here. Really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just like, having so much time invested into this, and I am a smart guy. I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart. I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just nice or cool, and I understand that you can't be that way when you reach a certain height, because it could end bad, and it don't really have to have nothing to do with you, but it could end bad, and it could, fall on you. And I know the choice is yours, it's up to you. And I hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a bar in the future or something. Just out of this type of situation, I promise you I won't ever be in this type of situation again. I'm going away. I've learned from my mistakes. I come from nothing and I've made something and I didn't take full advantage of it. I'm sorry. Through these last 2.5 years of my life, you are really, truly, honestly, the best thing that has happened to me, because you made everything fair for me and everybody involved on both sides. I'm sorry to the sheriff, everybody, for just having to put extra time in. I know y'all got paid more money, but I'm sorry for y'all having to put this extra time in to be away from y'all family, and I just hope that you find it in your heart to allow me to go home and be with my family and just do better as a person. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I am. I know the heights I've reached. I know the impact I got on people, period, in the community, all people. I learned that late, like these past 2 or 3 years of my life, I kind of learned that late. And maybe it was because I was, probably on drugs or anything, I don't know. But I have came to my senses and I understand what I mean to this world. But I am a good guy, I don't mind doing stuff like, free shows. And I always did that, I did free shows and gave it to single parents, millions of dollars. I made $1.8 million on a free show, and I gave it all to single parent charity. And I did like 2 or 3 shows that made like $700,000 a piece, and I gave it to the breast cancer organization. Like, I do things. Like, I put millions of dollars back into my community for real. I really did. I did more than anybody ever did from my side, But I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it could do to the mind of people. I understand all that, and I promise you, I'm 100% changing that. It's just, I'm older, I'm grown now, and it's just like, I'm smarter. It's more things to rap about. Like, I've experienced a lot of good things. I experienced more bad things, but I experienced a lot of good things too. And anyway, I can go forever.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate that you do realize how much of an impact you have on people. I mean, it's past your neighborhood. It's worldwide, especially young people. It's not lost on the court that the state, had they been able to come to agreement on certain special conditions, was willing to entirely dismiss the RICO count, was willing to entirely dismiss one of the gang counts, and was willing to entirely dismiss this, machine gun count. Was willing to give a sentence that permitted Mr. Williams to walk out of the door today, and therefore does not seem to be particularly worried that Mr. Williams, if on the streets, would be a danger to society. I'm taking that into consideration in crafting my sentence.
No. You done fucked up, right?
Count 1, the court sentence is 20 years to serve 5 years, commuted to time served, the balance of 15 years to be probated, and a $25,000 fine. On count 2, the sentence is 5 years to serve, commuted to time served. That's the minimum sentence that's permitted on that count. It is required to be run consecutively. I'm going to run it consecutive to count 1, but I am going to backload. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not commuted. That is 5 years to serve, and it's going to be run consecutively to count 1, backloaded, by which I mean after you serve your 15 years of probation. If you have been successful on that probation, and I sincerely hope that you are, then at the end of that 15 years, I will commute the entire rest of any service portion of your sentence to time served. So I'll get to the end of it and give you the total sentence, but I'm also going to impose a $15,000 fine with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served. The balance of 15 years probated, concurrent with count 1.
Oh, shit, let's
Count
go.
58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served. Balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1.
Oh,
60, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve, that is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively, that's going to be consecutive to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served. You are to remain on reporting status for the first half of your probation, active reporting for the first 7.5 years of your probation, and that is pursuant to OCGA 17-10-1, subsection 2, I'm sorry, A2A.
Oh, shut my top on.
And Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams, in order to keep him on reporting status, there needs to be good cause shown. We all concede that good cause is shown here?
Stipulate.
All right, I appreciate that. Special conditions of your probation.
What good cause? What do it mean?
Can I have a second, Your Honor?
Sure.
Oh, everything got any extra time that he got left on the back end. Long as he still on the
you got enough time to talk with your attorneys?
Good.
Yes.
He's gonna walk today. Listen, I'll be honest. We all sat here and watched this trial. Some of y'all been rocking out since the beginning. Y'all know I took a pause because it was just too long. But we have seen so many people get on that stand and say they lied on Thug. We done seen so many people get on the stand and say, you know, well, it really wasn't that. I was just pissed off. We done seen so much. We damn sure ain't seen him being no leader or no gang. So to kind of break this down as like a real quick summary. So basically, Thug got time served. It was a couple charges that he had some time for, but what they did was backlog it. So that basically means after his probation is completed, as long as he doesn't have no like bad fuck ups and completes it successfully, then he won't have to worry about that additional time. So that's what they mean when they backlog it. Anybody ever did like a deferred payment on a car or something, you know, they basically push it to the back. That's basically a good example of what that means. So yeah, Thug will be released today. I'm pretty sure in the next few hours. He had quite a bit of stipulations. He can't come out here talking about that slime shit though. So King Slime about to just be Young Thug or Jeffrey at this point. He is able to continue to do music. He can travel internationally, all that. When I say, listen, I've been saying free Thug since the beginning, since January 2023, for sure, since I've been covering this case. Even when people was like, hell nah, keep him. This right here, okay, this right here is an example of when things do work out. A lot of people's like, nah, it's not meant for him to take this plea. And I kept telling y'all, if that shit works for him, he need to take it. He came off good as fuck. Basically, the state wanted him not to do music and all that no more. where that man can't make no money. That's like, come on now. They wanted him. They was gonna say F the RICO charge as long as he couldn't make no more money. Come on, man. So shout out to the GOAT. Okay, all these lawyers this past week just shows makes me even more enthusiastic to go to law school. Okay, because they are the fucking GOATs at this shit. Okay, we done seen them walk these fucking pleas down to the bone. The state wanted Young Thug to do 25 years of a 45-year sentence. Okay, like, come on now. So he will be home with his family. I will say this. I hope Thug, just like I said with Huey and the rest of them, I hope he see this shit as a lifeline and he really get his shit together. I hope he meant what he said, that he understands now. You can't keep everybody around. You can't have no ties to everybody. So with this being said, shout out to Brian Steele, Keith Adams, they whole team over there, okay? Because they just did a hellified job. Shout out to Judge Whitaker because she definitely, like she said, she took in consideration what the state put on the table with their plea offers and what Brian Steele brought to the table. I think she was definitely doing a just job. Y'all know in the beginning, I was kind of skeptical. I'm like, you can't really read her, but she definitely put the law to good use today. Hey, shout out to motherfucking Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Y'all fumbled the fucking bag on that. I'm sorry. Y'all fumbled it. This case shouldn't have went down like that. Okay. And hey, like I said, no more free Thug. Cause Thug is free. What's up, Jesus? Jesus said Thug definitely a civilian now. For real, for real. Hell yeah. And he better move as such. And look, I will expeditiously get my shit transferred to California some way. I'll get the fuck out of Georgia. You already see they want to railroad your ass. But hey, I don't know about the rest of y'all. But I know for me, I do, I would like to see what ends for Shannon Stillwell and Yak Gotti. But for the most part, a lot of people are probably about to stop covering it. If y'all want me to continue to cover it, what goes on, just let me know. But hey, Thug is free. Damn, that was a hell of a deal. I was nervous for him, though. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous as hell. But I just hope he don't fuck up. Because 15 years is a long time. But that just goes to show. How that man stayed down knowing damn well these people was lying on him and all that shit. And all them people in the beginning. And I'm talking about the ones prior to the mistrial motion, right? That had to take them pleas to testify against other people, right? How if they would have just held the line just a little bit longer, they could have got out on some great pleas. Everybody that took pleas in this past week got better pleas than the other ones. The only difference was they was able to walk at that time. But Muntu, okay? Muntu back in jail. Even freaking Greer. What's his damn name? But Young Thug brother back in jail, you know what I'm saying, doing his sentence. So shout out to the people that held the line. Shout out to them for holding it down. What else can I say? I can't say too much else about it. Other than I tell y'all this was gonna be a hellified thing to watch transpire. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be a hellified thing to see go down. Love tried to do her one too. And I even said, I don't care for Love as far as this case. She was the best person to do it. She tried. But what bit the state in their ass, like the judge said, y'all was willing to let this go, that go, that go. So, so shout out to the truth team, man. Yo, shout out to everybody for rocking out with me. We've been holding it down. I wanted to do this live. I appreciate y'all for showing love, pulling up. And hey, that's where we at. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm like, fuck yeah.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot because my slots be filling up fast.
Loudest is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from. They doubted me, but I came up.